Ford I-205 still looking good in both directions. That's nice to see out at the east side. Well, it's time to meet this week's second chance pet. Now, this morning we have a sweet gal from Oklahoma. This is Frannie. She's a one-year-old mixed breed who is extremely affectionate and a big fan of those belly rubs.
But Frannie will need some training in her new forever home. She's got to learn some of the basics to get adjusted to life in the Pacific Northwest. Joining us live to introduce us to Frannie is our friend Sam Ellingson with the Humane Society for Southwest Washington. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having us. Yeah, you mentioned belly rubs, and that's pretty much what it's been like for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, you guys are belly rub central. Look at her.
Solid belly rub. That's right. That's right.
What a sweetie. So tell us about Frannie.
Yeah, so Frannie has been with us for a pretty short period of time, but what we identified really quickly with Frannie is that she's really pretty new to this family dog life. So we don't know a lot about what was happening with Frannie in Oklahoma before she came to us. We suspect she didn't really have a lot of contact with people. Suspect she probably didn't live in a home. She was likely just living as a stray. But for a dog who hasn't had a lot of contact, she's super friendly. She's a really, really polite dog. She's a really sweet dog, as you can see. She loves belly rubs. But the other thing that we need with Frannie when she goes into a new home is she's going to need a really patient family because everything is new for Frannie right now. We talk a lot about how puppies need a lot of socialization and they need to see all the new things around them and learn all about the life of being a dog in a family. And that's what Frannie's learning right now. So things like walking on a leash is a totally new thing for Frannie. When you put a leash on her, she's really surprised by it. She doesn't know what it is. She's never seen one before. And so the first thing she does is lay down, and we call it pancaking. She's just like flat to the ground and not quite sure what she's supposed to do. But the benefit of Frannie is because she is so social, because she's so happy to spend time with people, we think she's going to be able to catch on to all of these things pretty quickly.
That's great. Okay, what kind of things does a family need to know about, not in terms of just her personality, but to train her? You talk about these things, you know, putting the leash on her and she pancakes. How does a family adjust to those kinds of things?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have trainers on staff who would be able to help with some specific strategies to help Frannie. But the most important thing is really positive reinforcement. So when Frannie does something that we want her to do, so for example, right now, she's coming over to say hi to me. She's exploring this room. And I figured since we're mostly going to see her pancake for this segment, we'll let her get up and walk around. She may come back and say hi. But that positive reinforcement is going to be critical. So when Frannie walks on leash with you, when Frannie sits at the door, when Frannie stands up and allows you to put a leash on her and she's happy and social, giving her some cheese, giving her a high value treat, those are all going to be really important ways to help Frannie acclimate to not only your home, but to just the basic life of a family dog.
You know, it's one of those things, I remember when I first adopted my dog Samwise, the rescue told me about the 3-3-3 rule, which I thought was really helpful. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. It takes them 3 days in a new home to just decompress and kind of figure out that they're not going anywhere again. 3 weeks to start to learn some of the day-to-day routine, and then 3 months for their personality to really start to show as they adjust to this new life. Is that something that you see in dogs like Frannie too, where, you know, you really do have a lot of training ahead of you?
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, that's a good general rule of thumb. And we know it's going to be a little different for some dogs. Some dogs will catch up to it pretty quickly. Some dogs may take a little bit longer. You know, with Frannie, I think when she's in a home where she's in a consistent environment and she can start to learn all of the sights and sounds and lifestyle and activity of her new family, she's going to start to adapt pretty quickly, especially because, like we said, she is so friendly with people. So, but that's a great point, you know, and it's something that our staff talks about with families that when they adopt, to make sure that they take the time to let their new dog, their new family member settle in and get to know their routine and not push them too fast too soon.
Right. Yeah, she's had a lot of changes, but she's a sweetie along for the ride.
Yeah, so she went from belly rubs till you could see her tail wagging at the bottom of the screen,
just going
back and forth.
There's a window on the other side of the room, and it looks down our dog hallway, so I suspect she sees some dogs going out for walks right now.
Nice.
She's way more interested in them than she is in me.
That's fair. We're not interesting when there's walks and treats to be explored.
Totally.
Yes.
Oh my God. Sam, thank you as always for taking the time, and thanks for introducing us to Frannie.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Of course. And if you're interested in meeting the sweet girl Frannie or to check out some other pups and pets that are up for adoption, you can go to that website. That's hssw.org.